Hello survivors, this is Corithwin at Mythtricker, and this is the WarZ. It's getting very close now to the character wipe, and things are hotting up. At the moment I'm starting a new character. One of the new skins, the Rebel Without a Clue, apparently they're free to use now. You don't have to buy them. I don't know if that's going to carry over, but it was actually slightly snuck in. I found a tactical knife just at the Whitestone Mountain construction yard. It was actually behind in the pass going up with a load of other stuff, so obviously spawned there. Right, I'm just going to say hello to everyone. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. On 210. Right, it looks like there's a couple of snipers on. Oh, I'm friendly, looks like he's killed. I think I know I am friendly, I think he is friendly. Right, well. I hope the audio on this is better. Well, I've turned up the audio and turned down the in-game sounds. What I have noticed is if you say good afternoon, evening, whatever, and depending on the reply you get, you can actually tell who probably is not going to shoot you on the offset. So if someone says, oh, good afternoon, then you've got a chance of them choking or trying not to get shot. If someone comes out with a lame, idiotic, expletive or puerile suggestion, you know they're going to shoot on sight. So if you actually go into an area and see someone and say, identify yourself, and they do, and you know they're friendly, or could be friendly, you've got a better chance of them not killing you. Or if it's the person which is the lame answer, you know it's shoot on sight. Today with Ian McAvoy, I was running through clear view just to try and have a look, see if there's a bandit in the bandit spot. There wasn't many people on, and I suddenly got up to the bandit spot and I looked up and I saw this head bobbing with a Desert M9 helmet on. So I slowly came down, turned right, went round the east side towards the north, and I was just cresting over this guy there. And at first I wasn't going to shoot, but he shot first. And sorry, I'm just actually trying to be a little bit careful around here. I don't think there's anyone near around here, but you can never be sure. You've got to be careful. And I actually put 29 slugs into him. It must have been using some kind of bandages. One of the techniques a lot of PvPers use is they load up your hotbar with medical items, because when you use one, you've got like a second reuse on it. And so if you put a different one in another slot, you can use that immediately and just go through them. And I found out that antibiotics can heal you up to 80%. So you can have bandages, painkillers, DX bandages. Ooh, food. Is it worth the risk? Yes, food is always worth the risk. Then a medkit. I'd start off with. I always like to have now a medkit towards the lower numbers, where my bandages in there are number 3. I would normally have a medkit, because if you get shot, use that first, because you've got a better chance of actually taking on extra shots. The idea that a lot of people do that is people don't often have extra mags, so you're using your healing up as you go through, and they're using up ammo. By the time you've actually healed and you're alright, they will... I've got 3, I can deal with them. They'll have no ammo left, and you'll have a chance of getting them. Come on, there we go. Yes, so the guy actually I killed this morning didn't come back with any kind of bad saying like, noob, or you should have killed me, I was friendly. Because he knew his mate was above and trying to make his way back around behind me. So I just shot off, killed him. I looted his M16 because mine had 1 shot left, and dropped mine, and I went for it. I wasn't staying around. I didn't Alt F4. Some people say that Alt F4 has a 10-second countdown on it. It doesn't. I've tried it. I didn't try it in a firefight. I just logged in and then Alt F4'd out, and it... Well, let's try and... I'm always trying to get something on 2 sides. I saw something then. Behind that van. Better be careful now. I think I've got a pistol. I've been watching some survivors guides for this, and there's a lot of different systems. Some of them I don't agree with, some of them I do. The best one I've seen is be careful, be stealthy, take your time. Another one is just run straight through and don't stop. Carry as many zombies as you want around, and then just try and loot them around the corner of a building. When you check the loot as you keep running round, don't pick it up as you need. If you've got 3/4 sprint in a straight line, and by the time you've run out, you should have lost them. Right, change it back to tactical. Oh, quite a few more people then. One of the things I have been learning is... Oh gosh. Oh, body armor. Oh yes. Yes. Now I need a primary. Yes, look at your surroundings. Try not to. I've been actually trying not to kill any zombies or train them anywhere. Because if you train them anywhere, it's a good indication that you've gone in that direction. If you've run off and you leave them, you always leave them facing the way you've come. Sorry, where you're going. And you tend to leave a train so they're actually not always in one spot. Excuse me a moment. You'll leave them in not one spot, and they will point in the direction you've gone. So that's a good indication of the direction people travel in. So always look for that when you're actually casing an area. It's almost like reading the tracks. What I've been noticing as well is don't always just look in buildings. Sometimes they've been very clever with their loot spawn points and put them in the middle, just outside. As though there's been a melee outside, someone's been attacked, and something's fallen. Someone's just asked, have you ever found a weapon at the airport? I haven't. People who tend to talk nice in chat tend to be more friendly as well. If they're nasty, then you know. Just use common sense. I was trying to log on though to actually have a cat. Oh, there we go. Prime example. You know, one person's run up from the town over there. Windcrest, is it? Windfall. And they've gone that direction. But they haven't been there recently because I've just come from there. So you know they've actually been through at least about 15 minutes. Because otherwise the vest wouldn't be there. Also, another tactic I've actually been using is if you've got a primary, toggle your primary and secondary really quickly. I'll do it with my binoculars and tactical knife, like that. And then you can press Q and you can flick back towards it easily. So if you want to go in a situation and you want to scout, use binoculars and whichever weapon you want to actually quickly swap to. And you should be able to quickly swap. It's 3. Yep, conga line, straight there. Straight for the back of that building, the ranger station. Big giveaway. Never let that happen. Good thing is now I've got this ranger vest. Gorilla vest is most of the shots to me, to my chest anyway, will take about 8-9 shots from a M16 to knock me down. Now all I need is an M9 helmet and headshots as well. I don't think it really reduces sniper shots very much. It's just a shame this character isn't going to be carried over because he's quite nicely kitted out now. Also, one of the major things is, like in real life, the faster you move, the easier you're seen. Any movement whatsoever will catch your eye. How a computer renders is sometimes, if it's rendering things fast, it'll have an artifact because it's only missed something, like a Z buffer, and you'll get a white pixel or a black pixel, and that really does pick up on people. But yeah, never trust someone without a weapon, because with the queue, they can quickly swap. Even if you say just bring out binoculars or bandages, they can suddenly whip out a weapon and shoot you. So basically, it's probably better to actually go in and say, don't look directly at me, go diagonally. Because at least then, if they turn, shoot them. And this morning when I shot that guy, unfortunately he wasn't a bandit, he was neutral, so it was a civilian kill. I was shaking afterwards. Yeah, another reason why I don't kill many zombies now. Sometimes I kill it just for money, but if there's a lot of people on, I'll leave the zombies there and sneak past. Because it's a good rear guard, especially when you're playing by yourself. They've either got to sneak past or they've got to start attacking. If they are attacking, you'll hear if they're in about 50 meters. Right, a lot of people have gone again, so let's quickly check and then I'll make a little bit of speed up. Definitely need a weapon. Definitely need a better weapon. I think I'll turn to my pistol at the moment. There we go. There we go, so I can quickly change. Since there's no zombies up there. But if you see zombies up there, then you'll know people have trained them from Whitefall? Let's have a look. Oh, Fallsdale. Sorry. Must admit I am getting a little bit oh. I think he's walked out by himself. Check that, because you'll be able to see people walking easily. I wonder if you could train a zombie up there. You could train a few zombies up there and lose them in there. Goodness me, people know there's no zombies up there. So they go in unprepared and suddenly they get attacked. Be a nasty thing to do. Please don't do that. The nasty part of me wants to do that, but I'm not going to. Right, can I see any items? I try and look for items as well. If you see items lying around, then you know someone's not been there recently. Or hasn't got there yet. That's where I found the technical knife. Between that rock and the tree right in the middle of the monitor at the moment. There we go, that's that packing crate. Oh, I can't look into it. I can't see there where something normally spawns. Oh, can't see anything. So I'm going to go in prepared. But if I do get shot, I'm going to go in with less food. Gosh, I've got quite a lot. So, do a bit of eating. One more. There we go. Excuse me. The good thing about sneaking round as well, when you go back into ordinary walk, it feels a heck of a lot faster. When you first start the game, you're just walking, it's very pondering and hard work. Sorry about this, I seem to have a frog in my throat today. There you go, I feel better now. Also, getting tense like this, you tend to speak in a lower register, and that can actually create mucus. Also hot drinks as well. Maybe I should actually not have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea when I'm actually doing one of these. There's a bottle there, don't need any water. Like a shotgun at the moment. Yeah, shotgun range, kill range is about up to that fence. Anything after that, slight damage. Or no hit whatsoever. So shotguns are normally a one-shot kill. Unless you have a vest, like me. Getting a little precious for this, but the only thing is, he's got about, I think, 5 days left. 4 or 5 days. And the character's going to get wiped. Oh dear. Anyway, my characters after the wipe will probably all have the surname Regiad. So, yeah. I don't think items render from that distance. Right, before the wipe I'm going to have to try and jump on there and see if I can get down. Right, I've been messing around here, but I haven't been watching the surroundings. Right, 3 more. Come on. Sometimes it's just good to stop, look, take a breath. If you see any graphical movement, you will see it. Even zombies swaying, because they tend to sway out of time with the grass. I wonder what all the changes are going to be to the map. I think they're surprised and stick zombies everywhere. Now that would be cool. I have been listening to some people's podcasts and reading what they've been writing, and I do agree that if they increase the amount of zombies and how lethal they are, it would force people to gather together instead of actually PvPing. Baseball bat, absolutely useless. Normally up on top is only a painkiller or a weapon, so I will check. Oh no, granola bar. Right. Yeah, the problem with this one is you're very vulnerable from there and up there. I'd like to make it up there. Just go up to about there so you can see all around. If you're low on food, you probably don't want to do that. Running and then going into aiming mode is the exact same as bending down. See? Your visuals are exactly the same. It should be that even in aiming mode, you're more visually aware to the AI. That wasn't there. Because you are higher. It would be nice to have like custom skins you can find in the game. A little bit like Daisy, but give you visibility and noise reduction. Like a shell suit would give you, well, it'd be bright, won't it? So you'd be seen further off, and it will rustle, so it'd be louder. Whereas a soft cotton shirt will be quieter, but depending on the colour, depends on how visible it is. If the item is broken up with almost neutral colours, it would be the best camouflage going. That's what the army have found. The British Army actually researched into this for many, many years, and they came up with the three colour system, which allowed you to use the same camo in desert, urban, and forest. Oh, is this a gun? Or pickaxe? Don't like pickaxes. But this is the spot where I found the knife. So as you can tell, this spot spawns rare melees. Take it just for a laugh. No, I'll leave it. Right. Every so often check your Q key. Because if you've got the wrong thing there, if you've been using bandages, you'll suddenly try and get into a firefight and you'll end up healing yourself instead. Sometimes that's a good idea. Sometimes it's not. Yeah, don't try and get tunnel vision. Whenever you're walking, most people will look directly ahead and try and look at the center spot. Try and look around as well. Every so often, turn round, stop, crouch, or lie down. Third person's good for getting that extra view, looking over things, looking around things. I find that a little cheap though at times. But if you want to shoot from the hip, I've found if you want to find the center spot of the monitor, from the top of the chat box, draw an invisible line, and then in between the gap between number 3 and number 4 on your hotbar, draw that up, and you'll get a good approximation. So if I go there, I should be shooting at the tree. Oh, slightly off. There you go. So have a look at that in that mode. Get used to where it is. Suddenly go there, and then press C to try and see if you've actually, because if you do that in enough, it'll become natural until they actually get the crosshairs in, that is. Right, the extra one in. Seems a lot of Russians or Eastern Bloc coming in now. Don't think I know any of them. No. Trouble is with foreign languages, can't tell what they're saying. Maybe sometimes it's advisable to, if you're on peak time in EU, jump on the US servers, vice versa. it's a good idea because then you might actually get lower populations. Depends on what you want to go for. If you want to go for killing people, go on the higher population ones and you'll see them every other minute. Good thing about seeing foreign languages, you actually tend to get a gist of what they're saying by the look of it. That was definitely a typo. Bandit. Bandit at something. If I'm wrong, please tell me, because that would be really interesting to find out. Well, I have found out something as well, that if you actually type with $sign anywhere in the chat box, the text, your text will change blue. It's very good for actually getting someone's attention quickly. Right, if you excuse me, I'm just going to have a quick drink. I'll be back in a moment. If anyone has any comments or anything like that about gameplay style they want to see, games they want me to play, or at least try out, put in the comment below. I know most people want to see more combat, but in this game you don't really see many people, and if you do, it's very quick. I tend to always die as well. Probably that's because my old age. I've got very slow reflexes. Actually, no, I've got quite good reflexes for my age. One thing I found out is try and keep your elbows elevated. Don't put them on your arms of your chair. If your arms of your chair are actually there, take it off. Well, lower it down. So I learned this from art school. Don't have your elbow on anything because it restricts what you do. You end up using your wrist more than your arm. If you use your arm, it's faster and smoother. If you use your wrist, very jerky. You can't control it as much. So it's a lot better. Also, it reduces RSI. I've got the English mafia on saying, "Speak English, please." Asking anyone in Smallville? Not I. Not me. Perhaps that's a bandit ploy. Asking if anyone's in a place where they're not. People say, "I am not," or "I am," or anything like that, and they can gauge where to go next, or at least where not to go next. I hope they fix some graphical errors. Like there you can see the walls actually just popping in, and you can actually see the zombies and people behind it after it. The grass is a problem. I think they should actually put the grass up to what your viewing distance is. If the player's over that, they should actually slightly alpha the player out to allow for hiding better. I would like to see weather patterns in. That would make it more interesting. Would cut down banditry as well. Oh, another hint. Don't play this after doing some strenuous arm exercises. Mine are shaking still, and I'm finding it hard to actually keep my mouse still. Down to 6. Good. Any new? No. Server hoppers. that's one thing. Your queue remembers the hotbar, not the item. What I do think is the primary slot is definitely a PvP slot, and the 2 slot they've designed as anti-zombie, because you can be in a very short range of distance to a couple of zombies. You fire, and they don't move. Or, well, 1 or 2 might, but not many. I would like a character start over here again, because it's a cracking place. I do love it. One thing I do want them to do majorly is go around every single cliff face and close off all the rocks. But that's a big job. Big job. Right. There's no one out. No zombies. One technique I've actually heard is if you use a weapon, look, it actually they can actually hear you when you actually swipe. It's not when you hit them. It's just like tapping sprint, but if you tap sprint, look, he came. I think it's because that puts up visual and hearing. You've got to be a little bit closer for just use the attack to draw them in. Let's see. Because you can actually stealth, if you lie and go straight up behind them, you can stand up. They could be looking at you and they still won't see you. There we go. 2. Some people I've heard of dancing around like that. That's harder to hit the head, but conversely, you can see players coming up behind you, and other zombies. But if you are dancing around like that, zombies can see you more as well. So what is better, I think, is hit, look, hit, look. A little bit restricted, you can't see behind you, but at least you've got a better sight around. I do think this is a very low rare spawn rate area for weapons. It's definitely a newbie area, but I think someone's been here. There's Did he try and run past me? No, it was for me. I must have been following a strange path. Come here, zombie, zombie, zombie. There we go. I still haven't found out the spawn rate for items yet. Zombies seem to be about 2 or 3 minutes. Very quick. Also, they have a melee range of about 6 feet. So however high they are, that's how far out they can hit you. So just beware, don't run straight past them. There we go. Hello, try and snipe me, please don't. I see a head. Hello. Right, well, at this point, I'm going to call that an episode. Thank you very much, survivors, for watching. This is Carithwin at Myth Tracker, and this has been the WarZ. Hopefully, when the server whack comes out, I'll come up with some.